Sunset.
The sun is slowly going down, and the sky is becoming more colorful every minute. Soft orange light covers the buildings, and the clouds are turning pink and gold. The air feels cooler now, and the whole city seems quieter than before. Sunset has always been one of my favorite moments of the day because it makes everything feel slower and more peaceful. After a long day of studying, working, or worrying about different things, watching the sunset helps me relax and breathe more slowly. Sometimes I like sitting near a window with a cup of coffee while watching the sky change colors little by little. Other times, I go outside and take a short walk while listening to music in my earphones. The evening air feels soft and comfortable, especially after a hot and busy day. I think every sunset feels different in its own way. Some sunsets are bright and full of warm colors, while others are quiet and gentle with soft gray clouds in the sky. Even when the weather is not perfect, sunsets still have something beautiful about them. Many people are usually busy during this time of day. Some are driving home after work, some are shopping, and others are looking down at their phones without noticing the sky above them. But I think sunsets are small reminders that life does not always have to move so fast. When I watch the sunset, I often stop thinking about my problems for a while. My mind feels clearer, and my body feels lighter and more relaxed. It is such a simple moment, but somehow it can change my mood completely. Sometimes I take pictures of the sunset because I want to remember how beautiful the sky looked at that moment. However, there are also days when I simply put my phone away and enjoy everything quietly. I think not every beautiful moment needs to be shared online. As the sun slowly disappears behind the buildings, the sky becomes darker and the city lights begin to shine. The streets are still busy, but the world somehow feels calmer than before. Sunsets remind me that endings are not always sad. Even though the day is ending, tomorrow will bring another morning, another sunset, and another chance to begin again.
Summer.
Summer is one of the most relaxing and colorful seasons of the year. The days become longer, the sunlight feels warmer, and people seem a little happier and more energetic. Even simple things, like walking outside in the evening or drinking something cold, feel more enjoyable during summer. When I think about summer, I often think about bright blue skies, warm sunshine, and the sound of birds early in the morning. Sometimes the weather is extremely hot, but there is still something exciting and comforting about this season. For many people, summer is a time to take a break from busy schedules and spend more time with family or friends. Students usually have summer vacation, so they can relax, travel, or try new activities they do not normally have time for during the school year. One of my favorite things to do in summer is going outside in the late afternoon when the weather becomes cooler. I enjoy taking slow walks, listening to music, and watching the sky slowly change colors as the sun begins to set. The warm evening air feels peaceful after a long and tiring day. Summer also brings back many childhood memories for me. When I was younger, summer felt endless and full of excitement. I used to spend more time outside, eat ice cream with friends, and stay up later than usual without worrying too much about school or responsibilities. Even now, summer still gives me a feeling of freedom and comfort. It reminds me to slow down a little and enjoy small moments in daily life. Sometimes, we become so busy that we forget to rest properly or appreciate the simple things around us. Of course, summer is not perfect all the time. Some days are too hot and uncomfortable, especially in crowded cities. The strong sunlight can also make people feel tired more easily. But despite that, many people still look forward to summer every year because of the happy and peaceful feelings it brings. I think every season has its own beauty, but summer has a very special kind of energy. It feels warm, bright, and full of life. As summer slowly passes, people begin preparing for a new season and a new routine. However, the memories created during summer often stay with us for a long time.
Friendship.
Friendship is one of the most important parts of life. Even though we meet many people every day, only a few truly become close friends who understand us deeply. A good friend is someone who stays with you during both happy and difficult moments. They listen to your stories, support your dreams, and make ordinary days feel a little brighter. I think friendship is not always about doing exciting things together. Sometimes, the best moments are actually very simple. Sitting together at a cafe, walking home after school, sharing music, or talking late at night can become special memories over time. Good friends make us feel comfortable enough to be ourselves. We do not need to pretend or act differently around them. Even during quiet moments, their presence can make us feel relaxed and safe. Of course, no friendship is perfect all the time. Friends can misunderstand each other or make mistakes sometimes. However, honest communication and understanding are what help friendships grow stronger. As people become busier with work, study, and personal responsibilities, it can become harder to stay connected. Some friendships slowly change with time, and some people eventually go in different directions. Even so, the memories we shared with them often remain meaningful in our hearts. I also believe that true friendship is not about how often you talk to someone. There are friends we may not see every day, but when we meet again, everything still feels natural and comfortable. Sometimes, a simple message from a friend can completely change our mood after a stressful day. Their words can make us feel supported, understood, and a little less alone. Friendship reminds us that life becomes easier when we have people who care about us. We all need someone who listens, encourages us, and stays beside us during difficult times. In a world where many things change quickly, good friendships are truly valuable. They bring warmth, comfort, and happiness into our lives in quiet but meaningful ways. So if you have a good friend, maybe today is a good day to appreciate them a little more. Sometimes, even a small message can make someone smile.
Curiosity.
Curiosity is a small but powerful part of life. It is the feeling that makes us ask questions, explore new ideas, and learn more about the world around us. Without curiosity, life would probably feel much more boring and repetitive. From the time we are children, we naturally become curious about everything. Children often ask simple questions like, "Why is the sky blue?" or "How do airplanes fly?" Even though adults sometimes become tired of answering these questions, curiosity is actually an important way of learning and growing. I think curiosity helps people become more open-minded and creative. When we are curious, we pay more attention to different experiences, opinions, and ways of thinking. Instead of judging something too quickly, we try to understand it better. Curiosity can also make daily life more interesting. For example, trying a new food, reading about another culture, or learning a different skill can make us feel excited again, even in a normal routine. Sometimes, small discoveries can bring unexpected happiness. In today's world, we can learn almost anything online. Because of that, curiosity has become even more valuable than before. People can watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, learn languages, or discover new hobbies with just a phone or a computer. Personally, I enjoy learning about topics that I did not know much about before. Even if the information is not directly useful in my daily life, I still find it interesting because it helps me see the world differently. However, I think many adults slowly lose their curiosity over time. Life becomes busy, stressful, and full of responsibilities, so people stop exploring new things and simply follow the same routine every day. That is why I believe it is important to stay curious even as we grow older. We do not need to do something huge or dramatic. Sometimes, simply asking questions, trying something new, or paying closer attention to the world around us is enough. Curiosity reminds us that there is always more to learn and experience in life. No matter how much we already know, there will always be new ideas, places, and stories waiting to be discovered. In many ways, curiosity keeps life feeling fresh and meaningful. It encourages us to continue learning, growing, and seeing beauty in ordinary things.